I hope you guys are doing well this Saturday. I got a little surprise hiding behind this car here. Hope everyone is enjoying their Saturday. What is everybody drinking on this afternoon? This wonderful 11 o'clock. Whoa, almost hit the camera there. See, it looks good. Yeah, wow. Okay, so we're in. So, welcome, guys. It looks like I just started. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Dan. This is Dan's Diamond Detailing. I hope everyone's having a good Saturday. I'm sipping on a nice espresso as usual. We will be definitely having a fun one today. This will not be a complete finish, but we will be kind of going over what we're going to be doing, and let's have some fun with this. Let's take our time. What's up, enthusiast? Enthusiast, if I heard B. Riley didn't win the Fun Labs, if you want a sample of the Fun Labs, reach out to me, Enthusiast Detailing, and I will take care of you. I hope my audio is good. I hope the video will be good today because we got a fun one here. So I'm gonna kind of jump right into it. Let's see if the camera will follow me today. Let me push this magic button. What's up, B. Riley? Okay, so let's just get straight into it. Let's show you the ride. Let's show you this beautiful car. We got all the diehards in the house, so why don't we just have fun and get right into it, right? So let's take a look at all. Yeah, I'm pretty much mise en place, right? Like Ivan says, everything in its place. I got everything kind of ready to save a little bit of time. But what I want to show you is this beautiful 535i. Let's see if I can, what is up with the camera here? It really doesn't want me to. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna basically do, Dan, are your comments showing up on your end? Yeah, I can see a little bit, Ghost. How are you doing? Since I have the video horizontal and not vertical, the comments kind of disappear after about 4 or 5 seconds. So it's not the best for reading comments. Yo, this thing is pretty dirty. Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully, you guys will get to see a little bit of the content. Okay, and it's in the direct sunlight right now. Now the sun is kind of peeking out. Yesterday, Greg called me when I was live streaming, and I went back and checked the video, and you guys missed. You basically missed me spraying the third wheel for like 45 seconds until I realized that I have like 1.5 gallons of solution still in my Sunjoe, and he called me, and I was thinking like, why is he calling me right now? I didn't even realize until after the stream that he was calling me because I lost signal. So sorry for that, guys. This car is pretty dirty, huh? Oh, what are you doing? Where's the camera going? Let's see. What if I can I track it? No, I don't think I'm able to track it. Yeah, I can't track it. So what I'm gonna do is today we got a couple of cameras we're gonna be using. We got the Hero 8. This will be a nice Hero. I'm gonna get this for like the kind of like the still shots. Then we have the Osmo Pocket 3, which I have it in a case. Okay, so take that bad boy out. No clean wheels today. Definitely not. Okay, this thing is pretty cool. Hopefully I don't break it. This will be my like following me camera. And then right here we got the Hero 13. I think this is the newer one. I can't remember. And this shoots 5.3K. Not that it really matters, but it's going to have an ultra wide view. So hopefully we will have, I will shoot some footage and get some nice point of views and all that jazz, right? And then also I have attached is a nice little portable, what is it, 10,000 milliamp battery. So I can just kind of keep this running 24/7. So we just got unlimited content going for you guys 24/7. What's up, Rico? What's up, Brant? What's up, B. Riley? What's up, enthusiasts? Giving happy Saturday, everybody. We got 10,000 people watching right now. I'm just kidding. I guess I lobotomized him, so he's hopping all over the place. This is what he wants, huh? He wants his little frontal cortex there. Okay. All right. So now that we're back in, oh, it's still not following me. I just got back from my favorite store, which is, you guessed it, it's Costco. And look what I found. What? That's right. The Fantech portable washer. So we will test this out in a few days. Hopefully, what is that? What's going on here? Upload to your video. See video. What happened here? Something's uploading. Anyways, we got some stuff we're gonna check out. I think someone posted on YouTube that there is a so we oh gosh, what are we doing? So we went over the Sun Joe, right, yesterday, and Fantech has like a similar version. Let's check it out. All right. So let's get into the good stuff, right? So today we will be testing pre-wash capabilities on a super neglected 1991 535i BMW that's in a nice black. It's been sitting outside under a tree on the driveway, in pretty much a forest front yard in a house that I think they're selling right now. I don't know if those owners even live in the house. I think they have extra houses. You know how it is, guys, right? You know how it is with our extra houses, right? And every day I drive by it, and this car is just super neglected, and I'm just like, oh man, what are they doing here, right? So eventually, one day, like 2 weeks ago, the door was open, and what are we doing? Look at this camera. He's like, he really hates me right now. He's like mad at. I need to restart this. I don't know what happened. I guess he was following the Ghost of Franco. We have the Ghost of Franco in here. So shout out to Devils in the Details, Ghost of Franco. He often has his spirit jumping around in the area. So pardon me if my camera acts a little weird. Like even right now, it's the Ghost of Franco. Maybe it's the camera. This is very strange. Like, what are we doing here? What is it tracking? My hand? It's tracking my hand. Is it tracking my hand? I don't know what we're doing today, guys. What is happening here? Maybe I'll just go outside. Camera, you're shit in the bed right now. Okay. Is that better? Don't blame the camera. It's sensitive. One click. There we go. Hello. All right. Off to a good start, gentlemen. Off to a good start. So, what I want to say is let's go over the products here that I conveniently had on this side of the table. Let me readjust all my stuff. When you go live, this is what happens, right? It's just what happens. So, bear with me. I talked for like 4 hours straight yesterday. Okay. Okay. What's up, William? Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Can I it won't track me. I don't know how to do this. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. So, what I want to do is pre-wash testing capabilities on the super neglected car that has been sitting outside in the forest for like 2 years. Okay. It's been pretty much not moved at all. Even this morning when he dropped off the BMW, I had to hop into his pickup truck, and then he hopped in the car, and he had like a kind of like a tow hitch string attached to the front of the bumper, and we kind of just slowly moved the car to the driveway. So there's no power to it. There's no power steering. At least the brakes work, right? Thank God the brakes work. And yeah, we got it here in one piece. The products today that I want to go over are a couple of products. I wonder if anybody recognizes some. So the first one is Built Hamber Touchless. This is a pH neutral, I believe, a pH neutral pre-wash, and the panel to impact ratio is usually between half a percent to 2%. I believe earlier versions they had this rated at about 5% PIR, but upon looking at the updated information, the max PIR is recommended at 2%. So what we're going to do is today's method, we are going to um, I think for some of these pre-washes, I'm going to pre-dilute into a spray bottle at the specific max strongest dilution that they recommend. And then some of them, like the foams, the way that they do it, I'm going to either put this in the X foamer, so it's a little bit quicker to kind of deal with, because with the pressure, so for the benefits and the cons to a pressure cannon, The pressure cannon is I can do the whole car relatively easily, but I don't want to do the whole car and I don't want to have like crazy oversplash. And I kind of want to have a little bit more dialed in testing. So what I want to do is work with the X foamer, get a little bit closer, and just have the X foamer or some sort of electric foamer as a imitation to a pressure washer, just to kind of save the splashback. And yeah, and we'll just kind of keep an eye on it. The car right now technically is in the sunlight, so I'm not really too happy with that. Maybe we'll work on the front hood right now that's not in the sunlight. So we're kind of going, we're kind of just going as we go. Okay, so that's built hammer touchless. I will do a 2% PIR, the strongest they recommend. 2% for 500 mils is 10 milliliters, so not very much product. The most familiar product that I'm used to is Multi-Star. I tend to have Multi-Star in 1 to 10 in a pump sprayer. I tend to do the door jams and other stuff that's really dirty. I'm gonna bump it up a notch. Let's nuke it up from 1 to 10 all the way to the strongest dilution to 1 to 3. I hardly ever use it 1 to 3. It's almost never necessary. But we will let it dwell for like 3 to 4 minutes. We won't let it dry. We'll keep an eye on it, and let's see what Multi-Star at 1 to 3 does. We also have super foam as well. So we could, depending on how we're feeling, we could do a test with just straight multi-star, dwell, heavy rinse, and then a version of multi-star dwell or multi-star foam on super foam. See if that does any difference, or maybe worse. Maybe it's not as strong, and see what that does. And then so first, and also build timbre. I don't believe maybe they have maybe it's touch on. I don't I'm not when I use built amber touchless, I don't tend to foam anything on it. So for this one, we're just gonna kind of do it the way everyone else does, just a pump sprayer or some electric sprayer. Then yum. This would be about the second I'm most familiar with. I haven't used this as much. We're gonna come in with their Yum Citrus. This is their multi-purpose cleaner. I believe the strongest dilution for this is straight, or as he considers it, neat. So for this situation, we're going hard, right? We're gonna go hard. We're gonna do it straight. And then we have wheel foam. So wheel foam is their strongest alkaline. It's known for his wheel system, but it's also he's also has a quote unquote Easter egg, right? They're called Easter eggs. This will be your nuke. So we can foam on or spray on rinse. We'll probably spray this in a sprayer, right? Just put a sprayer head on this, foam it on in the X foamer. This is dilution of 1 to 5 recommended. So we'll do 1 to 5 straight, 1 to 3, 2% panel impact ratio, which is roughly about 1 to 50. Okay. So about 1 to 50, 1 to 3, straight, 1 to 5, super foam 1 to 20. Okay. That's what they recommend, 1 to 20 in a sprayer, like a pump sprayer that's not diluted with pressure washing stuff. Okay. And then we got one, two, we got three comparisons so far, and we got four, five more, two more. So we have from DIY Detail, we have their all purpose cleaner, which is called All Clean. If you purchase it in the gallon, it is the concentrated. I believe Ivan LaCroix recommends when you use All Clean, don't go any lower than 1 to 15. So don't do 1 to 10, don't do 1 to 5, 1 to 3, 1 to 1, none of that. Okay. 1 to 15, I believe, is his strong and recommended dose. If you purchase this in the 500 16-ounce version, which last night we opened this, I got this last night. This is RTU already at 1 to 15. So I'm just gonna pour this, or just gonna sprayer head and just spray this directly on the panel. As a reminder, if you're going to clean a whole car, it's probably not feasible for your wrist to spray bottle an entire car. I would recommend having some sort of pump sprayer or some larger container so you can kind of just cover the car and save your wrists. So all clean, straight, RTU 1 to 15. And then we can add a little bit of Incredible Suds. This is V2. Now that I'm kind of looking at it in the daylight, it's considerably thinner than V1, and we can kind of look at that later. So even right now, it's already like we're already what 20 minutes in, and I haven't even discussed what we're doing. So bear with me, guys. This will be a special treat. Let's take our time. If you have any questions, I'll read the chat really quick here while my laptop is still on. So, and we're going to do the Ivan LaCroix method. So I will probably pour this in the IK foamer. straight up, just pour this in the IK foamer and do a dash of incredible suds, maybe like a half an ounce or something. And then foam it on and see what that does and see if that compares. And then last but not least, we have Detail Co., which is their brand by the House of Rags. I'm not super familiar with the House of Rags, all their stuff. I really love Nemesis, like super much. Like Nemesis is probably my top two rinseless. What else from Thor do I like a lot? Um, the perfect storm, right? Infinity, half lightning. I like that pretty good. But there isn't too much stuff from Thor that I work on. So it'll be nice to kind of give an idea of what they're up against. We got hard wash, or that's the other one. Also, the labels, these are all V1. So I'm not going to criticize the labels. Everyone knows the labels in V1 were kind of hard to read. I do have a V2 label here. So the first one is the hard wash, which is a high pH soap. The instructions are pretty minimal. It's just right here in the front. It says add 1 to 10 dilution to your foam cannon. So 1 to 10 is like really like 1 to 100. Maybe we'll do 1 to 100. And this is BDE, which is bugs, dirt, and exterior. And for here, it says for dirty jobs, 3 to 1, medium jobs, 5 to 1. Oh, use neat for dirty jobs. So we can use this straight. Okay. So maybe we'll do straight B to E. And then we got the newest edition from this is slipping on me from Detail Co. It's popping out. My batteries are popping out. What's up, Juice? From Detail Co. We got Bifrost, which is their APC. It looks like suggested dilution ratios 20 for interior. Uh and then 15 to 10 for medium, 5 to 4 for heavy duty. So 4 to 1, maybe 4 to 1. And that is pretty much it. I want to keep this cart here because I'm going to go through stuff. What I want to do now is weigh out the bottles so we can have the. First, I need to get a pair of gloves. So bear with me. Let's get a pair of gloves. And let me just bring you over there because I'm going to start pouring bottles. Pouring bottles. You know what I'm saying, guys? Not those bottles, but the other type of bottles. Hope my voice is all right. A lot of these products are redundant. If you notice, these are all different brands and they all have very similar systems. Some people's systems are a little bit different than others. Some people's, some people don't even have a pre-wash. They just use the same. They just use the same products differently or stronger. So it'll be interesting to see. My theory is, um, my theory is dwell time is going to be your biggest factor. If you have a product that is allowed to dwell the best, to me, that'll probably be the most important factor. So, but we'll see. Okay. So first thing is first, I have multi-star. As I said, I'm fairly familiar with multi-star. I have it in 1 to 10. So right now, for the sake of the purposes, I'm going to pour this out and get a new solution of 1 to 3. We're going to make a personal 1 to 3 here. 1 to 3. And let me go get the multi-star. I'm going to be kind of, let me just get the cart because I don't want to be making like 10,000 trips here. Oh God, this battery keeps slipping on me. Really don't like that. Okay, I think that's better. Pocket. Okay, so multi-star. I already have it in the 32 ounce right here. So that'll be a lot easier to deal with. So this is the multi-star concentrate. Okay, shake it up. So we're gonna do 1 to 3. So we're gonna get 500 milliliters. Yeah, so 500 mils. Let's just do distilled water. So distilled water, 500 mils. We'll pour this. All right, so there's 500, and now we're gonna do 1 to 3. So what is that? What is 1 to 3 for 500? really bad with the math today, and I didn't write it down. So somebody write that down in the chat. So it's 1 to 3. So like 125 or something. Let's see. 125. Yeah, I was close, right? Didn't I just say that? I think I said 125. I'm not sure. I literally am just not thinking right now. All right, so 125. 125. Fairly thick. There we go. So that's how much we're using of multi-star 1 to 3. 125 mils. Slow and steady wins the race. All right, let's flush this out. And one extra good rinse just for measure. Okay. And then let's get a sprayer head for that. I thought, oh, yeah, what about this thing? Let's get all that 1 to 10 out of there. We don't want to mix it up. All right, so this is multi-star 1 to 3. Next up, we're going to do built amber touchless, okay, and a PIR, the strongest PIR of 2%, which will also, well, not also, which will be 10 milliliters for 500. So let's get another bottle, another fresh bottle here, 500 mils of water, of distilled water, just to kind of keep it fairly simple. You know, I don't have the hardest water. I think my water is like in the low 200s, I think, but it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to just try to keep it consistent. So we have 500 mils. Let's pour that in the bottle. So 2% PIR is roughly 1 to 50. 1 to 50 is 10 milliliters. So we'll get a fresh one here. And I also have built amber touchless in a concentrate. So that's for convenience. So 10 milliliters. Where are we? There we are. Very gel-like, but it still pours. All right, so it's just slightly over 10 mils. And to not contaminate this green thing, I will take that off. All right, so 1 to 50, built amber. Okay, that looks good. Let me mark that before I forget it. All right, so this is built amber. One to 50. All right, and I don't have a sprayer head, so let's go get a sprayer head. And let's put that in the sink so I don't use that again. Let's get a Kosh Chemi sprayer head for them Kosh Chemi, that Kosh Chemi lifestyle, guys. All right. All right, so we got built amber. I could have gotten this all ready and saved like 30 minutes, but I feel like some people kind of want to see it being poured out because um, some people are like, "Oh, are you sure it's really blah blah blah?" And also, I need to remind myself to film some of this because I'm going to be editing the film. This is maybe I should even do it right now. Let's start filming this. All right. So forget that. This is how we do it. We forgot editing. And we're gonna hit record. That looks pretty good. Yeah, that video looks good. All right. So next up, we are going to be doing um wheel foam 1 to 5. Now I forgot what I'm even doing now. 1 to 5 in the X foamer. Yes, I think, yeah. So let's just get a container. Let's just get a container ready of 1 to 5 in the X foamer. So for 500 mils, 1 to 5 would be 100 mils. Okay. So 1 to 5 is 100 mils. We'll still use distilled water. So 500 mils of water, 100 mils of wheel foam. We are pouring this We will pour this into the X foamer afterwards. We're just holding this in. So let me just write yum wheel 1 to 5. All right. So 500 mils. So we will be foaming this on in multiple parts of the car. So I do want at least enough to kind of test it. And then let's get 100 mils of wheel foam. Pretty thick too. See if my thing sees it. My screen. There we go. This is hard doing two at once. So I think both cameras could see that. Okay. Looks good. So that's 100. Fairly pleasant, slight fragrant smell. I'm not going to smell it right now, but we'll see if we smell it when we spray it. Slightly jelly, just kind of like the Built Amber touchless. And for this, do I have any tops? I might have some tops here. There we go. All right. So that's a top. We'll deal with that later. Okay. So that's Yum Wheel Foam 1 to 5. And we'll do the citrus straight. So that's easy. Super foam 1 to 20. So 1 to 20 is 24 milliliters. So 24 milliliters. And we'll do the same thing here. Let's close up the wheel foam. Hope you guys are doing all right. This can get a little boring here. 500 milliliters. Oh, sure it's not dirty. Okay, off you go. Getting quick. I need to slow down. Okay, that was good. And then 24 milliliters of super foam. Let me rinse this out. I think the highest bubbles I've seen so far is the multi-star when I flush it out. All right, super foam. Now this stuff is very strong fragrance, like crazy strong. Okay, so what did I say? 24. This one is hard to see. Let's get a smaller one. So this is 1 to 20 Kosh Chemi super foam. This is not only is it rated as a pre-wash, but it's also can be used as a contact wash. So there is lubricity in there. There we go. Oh, yeah, there we go. So between just yeah, so it's what was it, 24? Yeah, it's like 26. This one's not like exact. It goes to like 15 to 30. So pretty good pour. Hands are getting a little slippery. Pours very well. Super foam. Smells very floral. If you like a I wouldn't say roses, but it has like some sort of like flowery, very feminine smell to it. Pretty pleasant. All right, so that is super foam 1 to 20. We will be doing that in the X foamer. So let's write super foam. I have all these caps because every time I open up a bottle, I just save my caps because who knows, you might need them later, and I'm literally using them right now. All right. All right, so this is super foam 1 to 20. KCX SF 120. All right, so that'll be in the X foamer. What else we got here? We got all clean. We're going to use that straight. That'll be easy. We can use that in the IK. So where's that? Let's do this is 500 milliliters. So we could just get a sprayer head. Let's just get a sprayer head for that. And for the incredible suds, I don't know. Um, you know what we can do? We can do this. Let me let me just pour. I'm gonna manually pour this in the X foamer, and I'm just gonna dibble a little incredible suds, and that's just gonna be pretty much like what the 12 liter, right? This 12 liter IK. Normally, what Ivan does is he'll throw in a gallon of water. He'll take the concentrated all clean and make the gallon 15 to 1, and then he'll add like a half an ounce of product. But since we're doing like a tenth of that size, and we don't really need to cover the whole car right now, I'm going to just kind of probably add a little bit of shampoo or incredible suds directly into the spray bottle, shake it up, and just maybe use the X foamer. Yeah, we'll do the X foamer. So just that's pretty much what I'm gonna do with that. And so that's this. And then I don't know Thor. Thor is straight. So I guess I can just pour a bottle of BDE straight. Hope everyone's doing all right. Let me read the comments here. I should probably catch up. Let me get another bottle. Let's use a Labos bottle this time. Take off the previous label because that's not what it is now. All right, so we're just going to pour BDE straight. Make sure it's right. So bugs, dirt, exterior, neat for dirty jobs. So let's get it going. I haven't even tried this stuff yet. And it's already kind of all right. So let's just pour it. Okay, so that's enough. I don't have to go exactly because we didn't dilute it. So let's just say that's like 300 to 400 milliliters. And we'll say the House of Rag BDE straight. No homo. Say BDE straight. Okay, that looks like some good stuff. Kind of somewhat cloudy. All right, I did shake it up, so that's good. You should always shake your products up. And then this is max 1 to 4. So you know what? I'm not gonna do this right now. We're just gonna do the BDE. And for hard wash, um, you know what? I'm gonna wing hard wash. Hard wash, let's just make a concoction of 1 to 10. Okay, 1 to 10. So I'm gonna get a spray bottle and just make hard wash 1 to 10 for the X foamer. Okay. Does that sound good, guys? So hard wash, Thor, hard wash 1 to 10. All right. So this up so I can clear some area. Get the X foamer there. All right. So 500 mils of water and then 50 mils of hard wash. Okay. All right. That's good. And now let's shake it again. And we're doing 50 mils. So it's right on that first line there. That's good. If you're having issues pouring bottles like this, instead of pouring it like this, you pour it this way. Okay. So you kind of go like this. And I need to actually see. It's hard to see here. So I'm just going to go against my old advice because I don't need it. And that's like right at 50. I like this color. I've never seen this color before. Okay. That looks pretty good. Interesting. Kind of a citrusy, pleasant, pretty thick, just like Bill Tamber, touchless, just like what was the other one? It looked like I had to look. I think wheel foam. I think Yum wheel foam was kind of on the thicker side. The bubbles here are not as crazy as some of the other ones. It's a medium. So we'll see how it performs in the next moment. Okay, so that is all she wrote, boys. Now let's get into some fun testing, right? Let's do since we only have a portion of the car that has, oh my gosh. We only have the front of the hood that's not in the direct sunlight, so I don't really want to do the other parts are in the sunlight, if that makes sense, right? Because I'm not gonna read over everything right now, but if you notice, a lot of the times, most instructions will say, don't do it in direct sunlight. Don't do it on hot panels. Don't let it dry. And that's pretty much what we're going to be doing today, guys. We're going to be following directions. We're going to be good boys and girls, and we're going to have some fun. So right now, that was almost 12 minutes on my chest cam, and the battery's at 92%. Is it not charging here? I wonder if it's charging. Did it unplug? This is the thing about the live streams. Is it dead? Oh, now it's charging. All right, cool. So now it's charging. Sharing cloud, upload in 7. I guess this is uploading. Oh, it's starting. So I have it set. So every time I record, it automatically uploads to the cloud or something. I don't keep in mind I haven't filmed in like 3 months, so I kind of forget what's going on here. I'm gonna have to kind of like get situated again. So let's prime. Let's get cameras going again. Keep in mind, I'm you're basically watching my behind the scenes right here. So bear with me. I appreciate your patience. You're kind of catching what I would do if I was filming here. Oh, that's nice. Let's see. That looks good. Okay. And then this one will be following me here. Have it track. All right, good. So now that's following me. All right. So what I want to do is probably let's prime the air pressure. Get that ready. And let's go get the X foamer. Let's go get the X foamer. Because I'll be needing a lot of that. And maybe a bucket, because I probably need a bucket to kind of pour the stuff in and rinse out. So maybe let's just grab a quick bucket here. And I'm gonna fill it with some water so when I pour it, it's not just a whole bunch of concentrated mix max and random stuff. So let me just get a gallon in here to kind of dilute it all. Okay. And then let me bring a gallon so I can swirl out the X foamer when I need it. Not gonna be perfectly precise, but I think it'll help a lot. So we got a bucket to pour our used chemicals in it, and then we got a water here to kind of flush out the X foamer when we are done using it. So we're on limited space sunlight because the sun is already kind of coming in as you see. So we're gonna kind of we'll just do like a couple of quick tests, and maybe I'll come in this later this afternoon. Let's do that way, okay? Because we're gonna take our sweet time on this bad boy. And also, yeah, let me take like a 2-second break. I think. All right. So what do you let's just say, chat, what do you guys want to see first? I know the lighting's a little strange here. What would you what would you be interested in seeing first done on this hood of the car? Park it sideways. I don't know what that means. There we go. That look good? That looks good, right? We're not doing the interior juice. We're doing the exterior. We're doing the damn pre-wash. All right. So first thing the first, I like getting an air tool. We like to, if you're actually cleaning a car, you tend to blow out the debris off the car. So let's kind of come in and blow off whatever's there. Let me record this. Is that a see? Look at this. It's photo. It's set to photo right now. Okay. This is That would have been like, a disaster, but it's not because unlock video. There we go. And then let's make it less wide. There we go. Looks a lot better. All right. Hit record. Okay, so let's blow all the stuff that might be placed on. As you see, that's not just dust there, right? It's caked. Okay, cooked and caked. It's like literally not going anywhere. So we blew out what the light stuff, and let me get my pressure washer ready in case I need it here. Let's see. Let me read the chat in my computer really quick, see what you guys want to see first. Let's see. Interior first. Nope, not doing that. Sideways rotated the other direction. Nope. I had to try Superior. Oh, I was going to do Dark Fury, but I don't have any. Maybe we'll do Dark Fury this week. I want to see Coach Kemi products on there. Okay, let's do Coach Kemi. All right. You should a complimentary quick cleaning of the interior. I don't know what you're saying. I don't think you realize it's not very clean in there, Juice. It's pretty moldy. What I said is I'm going to deal with the mold. I have him deal with the mold first, and then um then I'll kind of finalize it. Do trim restorations and stuff like that. So let's stop the record here, and then I'm going to come in with Bill Tamber. So I'm going to start recording. All right. So we're gonna do multi-star 1 to 3, multi-star 1 to 3, and let it sit for like 3 exact minutes. Okay. Let's see if the camera, the lighting's really bad here. Okay. So today we are going. Oh, it's not following me, and you guys won't see this because I have you guys fixed on the hood. This is literally taking. There we go. Now it's tracked me. Okay. Oh, and it was recording the whole time. That's funny. All right, so today we're gonna come in with Coach Kemi Multi-Star 1 to 3. We will just spray it directly on the hood and let's see how it performs. And then let me turn on my pressure washer because I will need to rinse it off. And I do, now that I'm remembering, I do need to get the 20 degree and the 10 degree, which I believe it's the yellow and the green. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, guys. And also let me turn on the water here. Kind of all over the place right now, guys. All right, so that looks good. Let me put the hose on. Sorry, forgot you guys are not watching me. So I'm putting the pressure washer gun on the hose so I can purge it now. So it's not just running. There we go. Little mixture of hot and cold water. Okay. That sounds like I'm taking a piss. That's good. All right, let's turn on this bad boy. All right, I'm gonna try the yellow tip right here. You don't see what I'm doing, but yeah, that's a good one. That'll be a good one. I think the yellow is like 10 degrees or something. Okay, so I got my pressure washer set up. Gonna hit record here. And for right now, for you guys, we are doing multi-star 1 to 10. Not 1 to 10. Sorry, this is 1 to 3. I'm losing my mind here. This is 1 to 3. We're gonna just spray it right here, and I'm gonna set a timer for 3 minutes. So we'll do 5 minutes now, and then when it gets to 4 minutes, we'll rinse it off. I'm already smelling the dirt that's on this like paint. See if you can see that. That looks good. You can see that. Okay. So this is 1 to 3. This will be the strongest diluted recommendation Okay. And I have a timer set. When it gets to exactly 1 minute, we're going to rinse it off with a 10-degree. Let's see here. So this is the direction you guys can see it. So that's pretty stiff. That's gonna be pretty nice. So multi-star is looking like it's doing oof, slimy. So slimy. Ugh. Oof. It's definitely eating at something. Very slimy there. I don't even want to wipe it on anything. Super gross. It's like it felt like jello. There we go. That's looking a little better. By the way, how's the internet right now, guys? How is it looking? Where's my little mini phone? I can read the chat with my mini phone. Shout out to iPhone 12s. Those were the best model ever. iPhone 12s, the perfect size. Take a little break of the coffee. We're at 2 minutes in exactly. 2 minutes in. Okay. So exactly 2 minutes right now. I'm going to wait one more minute. 2 more minutes. I mean, going to do four minutes total. As you see, I didn't spray too much because I really don't want it to dry. So what I'll do is I'm going to just kind of lightly spritz it again just to keep it from drying. It's a slightly windy out here, so I'm just gonna just kind of keep it from drying. Just doing very light spritz because I don't want to overspray. I just want to keep it hydrated. All right, so we're coming up to the 3 minute mark right now. So we got one more minute. We'll be doing a total of 4 minutes. Yeah, for now, David. It's funny. So what I've noticed is that like I do very long streams and I watch my streams afterwards. I notice that like when I get to like the 50 to 55 minute mark, I feel like YouTube kind of like starts the video over again, maybe for their like data servers. So often I lose a lot of footage roughly around just under the hour mark. So I wonder if that's an issue. So we got 30 seconds left. Where when I go to 1 minute, we will be rinsing it off here. I set it to 5 minutes because I wanted to do 4 minutes and just. Anyways, so in 18 seconds here, it's already, you can kind of see that. Well, I can feel the paint now. It doesn't feel as jelly. And it's starting to dry. So I'm just going to, yeah, 8 seconds. So let's see if you can see the difference there. Want to see if I can get the camera. Wow. See what you guys can see. Can you see that difference? Wow. It's pretty much gone. There's a slight residual there, but that was just you could see the slime, right? You could see the slime here and how shiny it's already coming out. So this is Coach Kemi 1 to 3. Look at, I want to see if you can see this. I really don't like this Hero 8. I keep touching the screen and I can't really like see if I'm seeing it. But the slime just rinses right off. There's some stuff there that still remains. So like even like right here. All right, so my timer's going off. All right, so shut up, Brant. So right here, it didn't pick that off. Okay, like for some reason, it's not rinsing off. But the rest of the stuff. So as you see, this is dirty. You could see where I've rinsed and where I have not. This area I did not treat with multi-star. And you see how that sludge is still there, right? It didn't do anything. Okay. But right here where we did it, can I zoom out a little bit? I feel like it's zoomed in too much. There we go. Yeah, super flat. All right. So I would say I would still come in with another round. It didn't do a complete 100%, but it definitely did a fairly good job. I would do it another round of multi-star. Now let's try this area. What else do you guys want to see next? It's not even that crusty now. It's more of like sludgy. It's like this sludge. Very slimy. Very slimy. All right. Let's see. Get the camera all set up there. There we go. That looks good. What do you guys want to do next? So that was multi-star 1 to 3. Um let's see here. I might keep that multi-star 1 to 3 because that was actually really good. So I'm gonna put that on the lower shelf. Oh, actually, that was super fun. So let's try. Should we try? Let's do that later. Let's. So where is that? Oh, it's over there. Sorry, I'm a little over the place. Let me read the chat too. Bare metal now. Just kidding. Yeah, that's funny. So that was multi-star 1 to 3. Now let's try Yum Citrus straight. Let me get a sprayer head for it. Yum Citrus straight and then rinse. Okay, no wheel foam yet. So right now we're first just gonna do just straight citruses, no extra help. We're gonna use this straight. So right off the bat, it's not the most cost effective if I'm using something straight. I would prefer something that's concentrated. So first we are going to shake the bottle, and I'm going to talk to my other camera here, which you guys don't even see me because I already have you fixed on the hood. All right, so now we're gonna go try Coach Chemi's, or not, sorry, not Coach Chemi's. We are gonna try Yum Citrus, and we will do this straight, so no dilution necessary. We're just gonna put a sprayer head right on, and we're gonna go to town. All righty, so I recorded that. So now we will come in with the spray bottle. As I mentioned, I tend to like the sprayers that the brand uses just to keep it simple. And if you look to the left there, it's looking pretty nice already, guys. Do you want to see a quick gloss check real quick? Because I'm thinking about no, we'll do the gloss later. Let's do gloss later. I should have done the damn it. Let's do gloss now. I took some photos earlier because when the guy dropped off the car, I did a quick gloss test. But right now it's slightly wet. But anyways, we're gonna come in with the 3 contact angle gloss meter. This is definitely not 100%. We're just doing a quick test. Let's calibrate it. All right. So somewhere around here. So slimy. It says 1, 10, and 14. Let's come in. Let me clean off the slime. Let's come in with this side. So 29, 56, and 94. So that's a huge improvement. Let's come in with another slime side just to kind of give it a. So this part right here, I'm going. Can you see that? Yeah. So this area I'm going to do next with the Yum Citrus. So let's start as a base. So that is 199. All right. So that's really crap. Let's just do another area. 1, 10, 12. So right now the gloss is just gleaming, right, guys? It's gleaming with gloss. All right. So let's put that back. So right now we're going to do straight citrus. Straight in this mug, as Eddie would say. Powering off. I guess I wasn't recording. All right, so now let's record. I keep forgetting my chest cam. I literally have a chest cam on, and I don't. Is it recording? Okay, so now we're recording the chest cam, recording the hood. We're gonna come in with Yum Citrus Straight. Okay, undiluted. Let's prime the sprayer head. There we go. Also don't want to overspray it. So we'll just keep a little small section here. Okay. And let's set a timer for I don't think Yum has a specific timer, so I set it for 6 minutes and I'm just gonna kind of keep an eye on it. Let's see how it looks in like the 1 minute mark. So right now we're doing Yum Citrus straight in this mug. Probably gonna be the most expensive. Oh, let's take a look at that. What's up, Dark Dragon? Hope you're doing well. I sent you your package that you won. Hopefully, you get it in a couple days. Let me record this. Keep this on here. All right, so my GoPro was at 92%. Now it's back to 98%. So it's definitely charging really well. So that's good. All right, so we are about a minute in so far right now. We set it for 6 minute timer as soon as. Okay, so we're about a minute in. How we doing, Dark? Explanation point. It's perfect time for me to sip a little coffee right now. Dan's gonna end up with 5 cameras and only the live feed video. You know what, Brant? At least I'll have something, okay? We gotta start somewhere. 512 over under on gloss meter checks is set at 8.5. I'm taking over. Looks like a mirror on the clean side. Yeah, it's actually really good. I can't wait. So, David, my plan is to pre-treat, rinse, acid wash, rinse, iron remover, rinse, soft wall or some sort of contact, rinse, then clay, then rinse, then polish, then coat, and let's see if we can get some gloss, or maybe I'll wax it. I don't know. I love a good wax. And every time we do these things, let's check the gloss meter and see if it actually increases the gloss. So let's try to measure it in the same areas. All right, so now so what does that say? 4 minutes? What's going on? Something's beeping at me. Oh, my Osmo. My Osmo just turned off. So it's starting to dry here a little bit. So let's come in with a little bit of pizzazz. Now, worst case scenario, if I let it dry, it's just gonna stain and you'll just have to polish that out, which I'm gonna be polishing probably anyways. But you just don't want to have a habit of having stuff stain on a car. So right now I'm gonna do a quick little test of the wipe like I did with Multistar. It doesn't feel as slimy, but golly, look at that. Oof. It's taking it right off very easily. Ugh. Ugh. I need to get, what? I'm getting paper towels now. This is gross. It's disgusting. All right. Okay, we're at the 3 minute mark. I'm gonna give it one more minute just because we did the 4 minutes for Multistar. I'm gonna just make sure that this is still recording. It looks like it is. And then this one, let's record. All right. And is this off? I think my pressure washer is off. So let's turn that back on. All right. 30 seconds, guys. 30 more seconds. We'll rinse off. It's looking, smells good actually. I can has a very nice, what do you know, citrus smell. So here I'm gonna kind of want to see if I can let's say 16 more seconds. Let's see if I can show a good comparison here. Also doing a pretty good job. So flat, so flat. And then this area, I did not spray citrus. So let's see if there's a big difference. Let's slow it down because the pressure washer is actually doing work if the stuff is removed. So let's see if we can see any difference here. I'll show you guys in just a second. Okay. And then for you guys, let me put this pressure washer down. So you can definitely see where I have not been yet. Okay. And where I sprayed that. Wow, that's so gross. You could see the slime. Some areas, right? Like this. I don't know what happened here. Like right here. That's an interesting spot. Looks like we need to come over with that. And then there. Yeah. But other than that, that looks, you could definitely tell where you have been and have not been. So I'd say both are pretty effective. If you had to zoom out and kind of see the two side by side, I'd say multi-star is looking a little shinier, but it could just be the angle. Could just be the angle, but it looks shinier over there. Now, because I don't have to just say it looks shiny, I can actually measure it with a gloss meter. Let's go get that mug. All right, my timer is just going off. All right, so ooh, slimy. So it's 1-9. All right, let's unrecord that. So it's 1-9-9. All right, so 10. Ugh, so gross. 28, 57, 95. So we're definitely getting there. Okay. So let's do another quick one. 40, 56, 94. So yeah, I would say probably a pretty big improvement. Now let's do let's try all clean. Let's try all clean with us. Let's just do all clean straight, okay? So because none of us are using a foam on right now, so let's just do all clean straight. Let me get a Tolco sprayer because my man Ivan loves his Tolcos. So let's get a nice Tolco. I believe this might be. I don't think this is an acid sprayer head, but who knows? I don't care. Okay, so Tolco sprayer, Ivan's all clean RTU, which is 1 to 15. I believe Ivan doesn't recommend any stronger than 1 to 15. So that should be plenty for our workload today. So if you're an enthusiast, you don't use a lot of stuff, maybe RTU is your friend. I'm not a fan of it. I'm more of a fan of concentration stuff. So, but that's okay. It's okay, guys. It's okay. So now we're gonna go just in between the two. All right, nice little area here. Let me get my camera situated. Okay. And then I'm going to talk to this camera here because this camera hasn't talked to me in a while. He misses me. He misses me badly. All right. Now on the middle of the hood, we are going to come in with DIY's detail all clean. This is an RTU bottle, which is 1 to 15. Yeah, let's give it a shot. Okay. So let's record this. All righty. So DIY detail 1 to 15 RTU. Let's prime the sprayer head. There you go. I do like this sprayer head. Like the output is pretty nice, and it's a very easy pull. Okay, so we'll let that sit. I'll set a timer for 5 minutes, and we will rinse it off in 4 minutes. I will check. I will check the slime in like 3 minutes. Now the DIY detail has a very strong, like all-purpose cleaner smell. Okay, it's pretty strong. Smells like a cleaner. It doesn't have like a floral fragrance. It doesn't have like, berries or any grape smell. So Mondo, you should be good with this one. All right, that was good. The dwell time seems pretty decent now. It's not very windy right now. It was a little bit windier when we were applying the Yum and the multi-star. So it was slightly windier. It wasn't very windy. So I'm just gonna keep it from drying. Right. The biggest thing when you're using these concentrated stuff is to keep things from drying, keep it out of direct sunlight. Do not put it on a hot panel. Okay. Now, I'm aware that this car is not hot, but if you're not sure that the car is hot or not, there's many ways that you can check if the car is hot, right? What would be your first guess to check if a car's panel is hot? Yeah. Yes, Brant, you guessed it. You could touch the panel. You can touch the panel to see if it's hot. But if you're Dan and Dan's money is different out here, you can get a thermal scanner and you can actually scan the hood and it says that it's 59 degrees right now. Okay. So that is safe to play with. So if you're ever in environments and you need to worry about, temperature, test the panel before you go crazy. All right. So coming in on the 2-minute mark right now, let's do a quick wipe test. Let's do a quick wipe test, see how it's doing. Does not feel like it's really performing. I got the slime, but I feel like there's definitely some slime under my hand. So I would say this is by far the least effective so far. I'd say multi-star. Um, Yum Citrus. I think Yum Citrus. I think had that when I slide it once. It was so much on my finger. And then multi-star was second place, and right now all clean. All clean is at third place right now for just that initial feeling when I put my finger on the film. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep it moist a little bit, and coming in on the 3-minute mark. So at about a minute, I'm gonna flush it, and I am recording, so that's good. This is still recording. Yeah, so right now all clean, all clean. It did not really is not winning the wipe test right now. All clean is 15-1, so that's better than citrus, but citrus is straight, so that's very expensive. So citrus better be good because you're using a lot of product. All right, so we got about 30 seconds left. Let me read the chat while I'm watching here. Where's my phone? Here it is. Damn, we got 6,000 people in the chat right now. That's pretty good. You got a gold star, Brant. APC is one of my most used products. All Clean is a product I've thought of buying. I love APCs. I love them. I don't go through them very fast. Yes, Stefan, I think 15-1 is the strongest dilution that Ivan recommends his All Clean. I don't think he wants it. He doesn't want you to do a 10-1 or 5-1. He doesn't recommend it. All right, so we're at the 4-minute mark right now. Let's rinse it off. Yep, I'm recording. Okay. Pressure washer's off. Pressure washer. Come on, buddy. Stay on. Stay on, buddy. A lot of frothing on the edges there, right? You can kind of see this outer edge. I didn't really see that with the other rinses. Let's get that out of here. See, now it's covering the whole hood. Did I forget to test the gloss on the middle? Okay. So right off the bat, I'd have to show you here, but pretty much the slime, I had to kind of pass it 2 or 3 times. The slime didn't really come off as fast as citrus. You can kind of see here, there's still slime, and this is somewhat clean. Like I still feel the grit, and you could still see the dirt I still feel grit. So this is, I would say this is a C minus right now for just straight 15 to 1. Yeah, there's a nice dent right here. You can see the dent. It's a nice little black hole, pretty much a black hole. This is citrus. Citrus looks a lot cleaner. And I also didn't like this froth that the all clean left, this like froth line. Like you pretty much need to make sure that you're rinsing that off. So I'm gonna go and rinse that off. And then multi-star looks like there's still some grits there. So I'd say right now, citrus performed the best, followed by multi-star. So I'd say this is like an 8 or a 9. That's probably like a 7, 7.5 to 8. And then this is probably like probably a 4 or 5, maybe a 6 on a good day. Maybe it needs some incredible suds to increase the dwell time. And as you guys see, the sunlight is right here and it's just going to come in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rinse off the rest of the hood and I'm going to come back later tonight. I'm just going to kind of like get ready for tonight and we can test some other spots when the sun is kind of dying down, because honestly I don't want to play with this car in direct sunlight, if that makes sense. So I'm going to get my pressure. So I'm just going to kind of flush off this all clean here. Yeah, so that you can still see the residuals there. So let's flush that off. I think citrus did the best so far when it comes to cleaning and the rinsing. It just unfortunately is by far the most expensive, right? Like multi-star was 1 to 3, citrus was 0, and alt clean was 1 to 15. So I would say alt clean was the most price conscious because it was the highest diluted. Right, you can definitely see where I have been and where I have not been. Right, that's just filthy, filthy. All right, so let's do a gloss meter. So you could see in the and kind of the area where the all clean is just, look at that. That's just not hitting. It's just not hitting like the way multi-star is hitting over there, nice and shiny. Citrus is also kind of like struggling right now. It's coming with an extra rinse, but it seems like these two are kind of they're kind of struggling compared to multi-star. Look at that, multi-star is just shining over there. So I don't know what to think of that, but I'm just seeing what I see. Let me zoom out and just do a full final flush. Let me turn this off. Let me turn this off. And flush, baby. Let's see if I can flush that out, because it looks like it just doesn't look like it's. Yeah, you can see it. That's pretty much staining, right? That's staining. I would consider that staining. Let's zoom in and show you here. So with this citrus straight, that's staining. Okay. So I would say, I don't know what that is. That looks like staining to me. Okay. So that's not good. Maybe you have to polish that out. With citrus, 15 to 1, I don't see the staining that much anymore. That looks like it's still there. So I don't know what that is, right? Looks like some fish scales. And then with multi-star, just a little bit right here. But up here it looks fine. A little bit there. Look at that giant one. That's like a giant one. Anyone in the chat that can recognize what that is? Like, what is that exactly? Can you? What is that? What do you guys think that is? It's like, is that etched in? Let me. Yeah, it's definitely into the paint. That's like definitely in the paint. So I wonder if I can polish that out when we're. You think it's biofilm? Well, I'm not going to touch it right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the brain back. I'm going to let this mug see my beautiful face again. If I can find its brain. Where did I put the brain? Hello, brain. Where are you? Oh, here you are. Haha, I found you. All right. Ooh, we could do a little cube nozzle too. Why don't I get the little cube nozzle action just to see the flushing of the panel? The cube nozzle, if you don't know, it's pretty much just like a little shower attachment for the pressure washer. which kind of looks similar and exactly this thing. Okay, I think it's on Amazon for like 10 bucks. I don't know how much it is. Things get expensive nowadays. But anyways, let's just do a little quick flushing because I'm thinking about it. So it's pretty flat. Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to actually clean this car. This car is gonna clean up so well, I think. I think he gets an angel's wing and 5 cents now with inflation. I think that's what it is. So reverse, look down, put the brain in the mug, turn the pressure washer off. All right, let's bring it back. Okay. Okay. So we're just gonna do a quick conclusion, and hopefully we got footage of this stuff other than just the live stream. So let's go over briefly what we just did, okay? And maybe I'll take the camera so you guys pretend that you get to see what I see. Okay, there we go. The screen is just hard to see because the lighting's so bad out here. There we go. This is so fun when you're doing like two things at once. All right, good. All right, so let's briefly go over what we did today. We have a disaster BMW, and we did just the front hood because the sun is coming in probably in the next 10, 15 minutes. Um, on the left side of the hood, we came in with multi-star at a 1-to-3 dilution ratio. We sprayed it on. We let it sit for about 4 minutes in total. At about a 2 minute mark, we did the little smear test, and I'd say it removed about 70 or 80%. You could definitely feel that the multi-star was breaking down that grime and grit, but when I did that one smear, it wasn't completely gone. It felt like it was about 80 to 85% removed. So that was really nice. Then we rinsed off. We used the 20-degree, which I don't have on here right now, but we used the 20-degree pressure nozzle. And you could definitely tell, what you'll see footage of it in the previous video, but you definitely tell how it makes a huge difference where it has been and where it hasn't been. On the far right side, we came in with Yum Citrus, which was straight. It's not the most cost effective if you're using it straight, but it's still really nice. I think this performed the best so far. It didn't have a very high like splashback of like foaming or anything. The smell was very mildly pleasant. It had like a citrus smell to it, like lemons slightly. Again, this has performed the best so far, but it's also the most expensive. You get what you pay for, I guess you'd say. And then last but not least, quickly, we did in the middle of the hood, we did DIY details RTU APC called All Clean. This is an RTU bottle at 1-to-15. I believe Ivan doesn't recommend any stronger than 1-to-15. But if you like a concentrated bottle and you don't like RTU, like me, they sell the gallon. And personally, I like this as 1-to-30 to 1-to-50 for the house. And usually, if the car has really dirty lowers, I'll do like 1-to-20 around there, around 1-to-20. But this was 1-to-15. I think it did not perform very well. And when I did the wipe off, it had a lot of residuals left over. It almost felt like I didn't even spray it very much, and it had a very strong like cleaner smell. And yeah, and again, back with the Yum Citrus, when we did the wipe down, it was probably the best wipe down out of the three so far that we compared. It really felt like not only did it dig through the grime, but it actually like removed it, because when I wiped it, you could see so much solids on my finger, and there was really nothing under my finger wipe. So I would say Yum Citrus is performing the highest and the most effective right now. But again, it is the most expensive. And also, when we did the final rinse off, I noticed some sort of like scaling marks. I'm not 100% sure if that was from the citrus or if that's just some sort of etching that's in the paint. We'll have to find out on a later day and figure that out. So, right now, thank you so much for watching this part one of the disaster exterior pre-wash test, and I hope to see you on the next one. All right, guys, that was pretty good, right? Hopefully that was a cool little one take. So let's come on in and have some fun, right? Let's see here. There we go. That was nice and quick. Hopefully I didn't mess that up too much. Let's bring some of the stuff in here. Is this off? It's still, oh yeah, it's off. Okay. So what are you guys thinking so far? Which one do you think performed the best and why? And have you tried these products before and what are your thoughts? Let me move the camera so I can sit and it'd be a little bit more comfortable as you guys watch me hang out. All right, I'm gonna have to edit the video. I'm gonna have to this is just a little bit part of what we're gonna be dealing with here. And it's already fully charged because I got this bad boy in this mug. I'm gonna say this mug too many times. Oh, oh, I need another coffee. Let's see. I bought the Kiev attachment and lost it. Hey, Brant, I did too. So I bought another one. Oh, I know where it is. Actually, it's in one of those containers way over there, but I didn't want to get to it, so I just bought another one. Like Kiev always says, buy two of them. Multi-star one. Try Green Star to compare to multi-star, please. Awesome. That's a good idea. What do you recommend juice to dilution ratio for Green Star? Because normally I tend to never use Green Star anymore because there's multi-star. I remember if you watch like YouTube videos from like years ago, before we had access to multi-star, a lot of people were using like Green Star on the wheels, mixing it in with their GSF to make active foam, all that fun stuff, right? But now that we have multi-star, which is like a dedicated pre-wash, I tend to just reach for multi-star like pretty much every time. And this is the first time I've ever used it 1 to 3. Like I pretty much even have the earbuds in because just change. It should be this. So let me know if I just messed up the audio. If I did, I'm gonna go back. I don't even know why the earbuds were even in my ears. But my point is, I never use multi-star 1 to 3. I tend to always use it 1 to 10. Even in the spray bottle for the door jams, I'll just spray 1 to 10, 30, 45 seconds tops, and then with that 20 degree, get a little spray in there, flush it out. It does such a good job. If you haven't tried multi-star, phenomenal. Now, keep in mind, I haven't tried Luminous's pre-washes. I haven't tried Car. I haven't tried what else is really good? Garage Therapy, Decon. I've been hearing a lot of good stuff. I have not tried those. Um, I did buy a bottle of no, I didn't buy any decons lately. I did order from yesterday a bottle of Maniac Wheel and Tire because I hear so much good things about the wheel and tire from Maniac. So I did buy some of that, and I bought enough so I can give out some samples for some people who haven't tried that yet. Let's read the comments here. You can't get that without a contact wash with something hardcore. B. Riley, what do you think I would do for that scaling? Because we haven't even discussed the acids. I have a couple of acids washes. I have Yum Reset. We have Car Pro D Scale. We have Clean's Demineralizing Shampoo. And then I have Kosh Chemi's acid wash, which I think is called Reactivation Shampoo. So we have a number of acid washes we can try. And I might even have more acid washes if I really go full audit in the closet, but I'm not 100% sure. I know Reset is good. I know D-Scale is good. I have not tried Cleans yet, and I know Reactivation is good. So those 3 acids and maybe Cleans are definitely good acid washes. And also, let's just take a quick peek at the hood right now because I'm looking at it. Let's see if you guys can see. Can you, while I'm walking up, what do you guys think looks the cleanest as I walk up to it? You could still see that marking there. All clean. All clean looks, honestly, all clean looks really bad. This was where we did all clean, right? I see a lot of film still. I feel grit and I see it. So that's not good. I don't like that one. I hear the squeaks. The dirt is minor. So this is all clean. This is Yum. I heard the squeaks on Yum, and let's do multi-star on my third. Two in the pink, one in the stink, right, Brant? Dirty. So multi-star, all clean citrus. Looks like they're all pretty dirty still. Looks like they all need a second rinse. Okay. BMW switched sides. Oh, is it possible the camera facing the same way? I think it should be fine. Yeah, yeah, should be good. Okay, I wish you had. I do have juice. I do have Green Star. This is like part one of like five. So this is my theory. I have a kid, right? So right now, since he's sleeping, he's going to be getting up in the next 20, 30 minutes. So I'm going to wrap this up now. And the sun is coming out. Okay. So later on tonight, maybe 6 or 7 o'clock at night, I'll go live again and maybe we'll do the door, right? We can do the door with some other products. Maybe we'll bring citrus back out because citrus won that round. And then we'll bring Green Star for you, juice. And then maybe we'll try built amber touchless and whatever, right? So let's try the doors when the sun is out and it's cooling off again. And then maybe the next day, or I don't know. I'm kind of winging this here. Maybe either later on we'll do the rear, like the trunk, windows, rubbers, those seals on the rubbers and stuff like. What are you doing, camera? Like, hi. Anyways, does that sound like a good idea? Does that sound cool? So give me a break. Let me take care of the kid. When I put him to bed and get him to sleep around 6 or 7, let's come back out. I'll have like another 2 hours of sunlight. Let's play around. I'll get a little bit more filming. Once we kind of definitively kind of like which one we really want to use, probably sometime this week, let's do the entire car, probably 2 solid pre-washes, coming with the acid. We'll have a few days to decide which acid we like. We'll do a acid wash. We'll rinse. We'll come in with an iron remover. Don't tell Ivan, but we're gonna spray it all over the freaking car. Okay, we're gonna waste so much product. Okay, so we're gonna let it dwell. Then we're gonna rinse off the iron. Then we're gonna come in with like soft wash or gentle snow foam or some incredible suds or something like that. Foam over the whole car. I have chenilles. I have chenilles on that table over there because who knows how fast I was gonna go. I have some chenilles because I don't use chenille, so we're basically gonna use these wash mitts and throw them away. I'm basically gonna use them just for this car and throw them away. We're gonna come in the soft wash, basically rinse off. Then we're gonna clay the car. I have some clay bars coming, so we'll clay the car, and then we will polish the car. Okay, so this is all not gonna be tomorrow or tonight. This is gonna be like throughout the week, probably. And hopefully, this mug is gonna look really nice. I don't know if I'm gonna make a Vermage video, right? That guy is a professional. He knows what he's doing. But I'm just happy to be able to work with this car, and I'm hoping I'm able to give you the content and hope you're able to see it. And I hope my camera catches some good shots, right? So my personal thoughts on this right now. Citrus did better than I was expecting. When I've used citrus, I usually do it 1 to 20, right? Like again, you see how clean my car is. It hardly needs anything. So when I'm using it, it's usually the weakest dilution. Citrus straight was pretty banger. The pleasant smell was really good. The rinse off was really nice. Um, I don't like the cost, right? It's a little expensive. I could not see myself pouring a whole entire. How much is Yum Citrus? Let's say like $20. I couldn't see myself spending $20 to spray over one car. Okay, that to me is really too expensive. Like Built Amber Touchless, we're using 10 milliliters for the same bottle, 10 mils, right? So it's like pennies compared to like $20. That to me is a big factor. Okay. Now, obviously, I don't want to spend money on a product that's not actually cleaning a car. You do want a product that's efficient, especially if you're working professionally. Your time is your money. So you do not want to have a product that is doing very minimal work, even if it's like $5 a gallon, right? Oh wow, I can these people, I can go to $5. Yeah, but is it actually working? I want you to get a product that actually works. If you have to pre-wash 4 or 5 times because it doesn't really work, you're wasting money, you're wasting water, you're wasting chemicals, you're wasting time. Okay. Those things, if you're a professional, are a big factor to you. Time, chemicals, everything. Okay. Mostly time and efficiency. So, anyways, if you're an enthusiast, that might not be as a big of importance. It might be price per ounce for you, which is still important for professionals, but time and efficiency might be more important than price per ounce. Okay. Anyways, and I want to kind of do a gloss meeting check. Did we do a gloss meter check for DIY? I can't recall. Let me know what you guys did. I do a gloss check for that? I don't think I did a gloss check, right? And my video is kind of wonking on me. Let's go do a gloss check for DIY. Yes, B Riley, neat to 120 to 1 to 1. Sorry, neat or up to 1 to 20. And yes, you were right. I don't do it neat because it's very expensive. I tend to do 1 to 20. All right, so let's just zoom out so you can see all three. It looks like from here, multi-star is just considerably shining, no matter what direction. Yeah, multi-star. Okay, this looks a little bit more even on shininess. Citrus to me felt like it performed the best, but from here, it looks like, let's just do a quick gloss test. All right, so this area is clearly dirty. I haven't touched yet. Yep, you can see that, right? So this is a dirty area, will be a good test. So nice dirty area. Slimy still too. So 2, 9, and 1.5. So, okay, that's absolutely disgusting. Let's do the multi-star again. 33, 58, 96. Okay, and then DIYs, which literally looks just almost as dirty. Sorry, Ivan, it just didn't look like it cleaned very well. 37, 61, 76. So definitely about 25% less gloss. Definitely not as good. And then let's do the citrus side. 48, 58, 96, 95. So it looks like multi-star, right? 48, 58. Is this one doing a little bit better? 37, 56, 91. So it looks like citrus has a little bit higher gloss right now. Looks like citrus is doing the best for bringing out the gloss. Yeah. 42, 56, 91. So it looks like citrus is killing it right now. Citrus is killing it. And DIY, I mean, honestly, look at that. That's not good. That's not good. I just gotta tell you that. That's just does not look good. Okay. Yeah. Mild deep citrus. I would love to try mild deep. I believe they're from thinking here. And, so this gloss meter, I'm already liking the gloss meter. I gotta get its brain back because it's always doesn't have this thing. Oh, my air compressor's still going on. So let's go deal with that real quick. Yeah, so you guys are kind of seeing the behind scenes because I'm kind of done right now until later on tonight. So what I'm not gonna fully put everything away, but I will turn off the water and the air and all that stuff. Purge the line. Okay. There we go. It's always a good habit to put your stuff away. Okay, and let's purge the air. I think the air did a pretty good. I don't think the air really did anything right now, but I think the air is going to be very helpful when we starting to do like the cracks and all the like crevices and stuff like that. Oh my god, so bad. The amount of mold that's like the mold and moss, the moss that's in between the cracks. Oh gosh, this is gonna be fun, guys. I'm just kind of purging the air out. I'm just getting the air out. Very, very nice. You guys are just kind of seeing me do stuff because I'm pretty much done. If you guys have any last questions here, I'm just kind of wrapping it up here. B Riley has 100 things here. Let me see. Yum says neat 1 to 20. I use 1 to 9 most of the time. Cost aside, it works so well diluted. There's just no need. Okay, B Riley. So what I'm gonna do is later on tonight or whenever we bring citrus back out, because citrus won that round. I would say multi-star and citrus were fairly comparable. If I had to choose it the other day, I would still do multi-star just because if it was straight, it's too expensive. But yeah, but let's do citrus 1 to 10 or 9 to 1, like you said. So the next round, let's do 1 to 10 citrus versus 1 to 10 multi-star. Okay, so that was 1 to 3. So let's do 1 to 10 versus 1 to 10. And also, good idea. Let's foam on the wheel foam 1 to 5, and let's foam on super foam 1 to 10, and let's see what they do. Okay, so that'll be a good idea. Blah blah blah. Where are we at here? Oh yeah, I heard Maldives citrus is good. It was too cheap not to buy. I had 5 liters of Yum already, so yeah, Yum. Honestly, if I had 5 liters of citrus, I would be more heavily inclined to consider doing straight like nothing. But I have 5 liters of Multi-Star and I have 5 liters of Built Hammer Touchless. You see what I have here? I have a whole bunch of all clean, which did not really clean very well. They should call it some clean. Sorry about that. I'm throwing the shade. It's not necessary. I know you can not the star line, right? Pole Star, Top Star, Leather Star. Their star line, they've had their products since like the 90s. So I understand people are pretty die hard when it comes to their brands. Here, let's see if I can do it like that. Oh, that looks a little better. All right. Dan, talk to me into rapid rinseless wash and FSE. He's like a detail pimp. So FSE, I still do not have. That's their acidic wheel cleaner. The pH of SSE is 0.2. It's not 2. It's 0.2. It's almost straight acid. I'm not too familiar with wheel acids. So, oh, you're saying FSE. I meant FCL. FCL. No, FSE is their lime scale removing quick detailer. Sorry about that. I would say FSE, right? The lime scale quick detailer, rapid rinseless wash, the acidic rinseless wash. Not to jump ahead, but Yum rinseless is also acidic. Okay, a pH of like 5, I believe, maybe 3. Any of these acidic rinseless washes, I heavily recommend if you live in areas with hard water or you're just kind of like lazy with you're kind of lazy with your drying and you kind of accumulate water spots or essentially minerals, right? Um, rapid rinseless wash, Yum rinseless are excellent acidic rinselesses that help break that minor mineral deposits that you often get built up from the lack of having an acid kind of on your paint. Okay, then as a quick touch up, first off, like B Riley says, I would always recommend at least having one bottle of FSE on the ready, just in case you need it. You might not use it all the time. Personally, when I use it, I'm always like reminded about how freaking slick it is. It's actually really nice to use. Okay, like if I was like sponsored with Coach Kemi, I would probably use FSE all the time. Like, and I already kind of do because when I'm done with my reviews and tests, and you see me, I'm like spraying half the panel, and there's a lot of like extra water that I'm not touching. I tend to come in with FSE to kind of like get that out because it does leave some water spots sometimes, especially if I go to bed because it's like midnight and then I come back at like 9 in the morning and all the droplets are dry. There's like that, like, minimal residue. FSC just wipes it right off. So I would definitely recommend. And the smell, I believe, is like it's like a chemical maraschino cherries. I believe I'm not mistaken, but I believe Motorplast has the same fragrance of FSE, or it could be one of their shampoos, but it has like a cherry, kind of like a cherry, but not like super cherry. It's kind of like it's like a fruity fragrance that I can't really pin my nose on it. Brand says that sounds like a ludicrous rap juice. What did I say? Ludas, Udas of noodles. Oh, I get it. Ludas, Udas. Let's try to say that 5 times fast. B Riley, that polished H9 O2. So O2 means it's their second variation of H9. I don't have either because right now. I'm not really working on hard paint, but if I had a BMW like this 1991 black, H9 might be really nice to get some corrections out. But I think for right now, we're just going to do the pre wash, the acid, the iron, the contact, the clay, and then maybe either gloss enhancing or some sort of minimal two-step, right? Just the gold standard polish. Probably not gold standard compound just yet. Let's just see what the GSP does with a yellow pad, and then maybe we'll come in with like either Coach Chemi's P1, right? We got P1. I got all the P's except for H9. Um, so maybe P1 with a jeweling pad and see how much we can gloss it up. I think that'll be pretty cool. I think a whole stream will just be for like glossing. If that makes sense. So bear with me, guys. Have some patience. And we can even do an engine bay cleaning of this car. He said if I mess it up, it's okay because he has an extra engine. So the guy has an extra engine. So let's have fun with this car, right? Yes, Dan, you must have some citrus in your eyes. Why do you say that? I'm planning to buy RRW after I watch F1 qualifying here soon. You should try Jimbo's not neutral, but also pH neutral wash. Juice free. I'm not going to start the shade, but I don't know Jimbo too well. And when I watch his videos, they kind of just irritate me. I don't know how to explain it. I think maybe it's his smugness, maybe his like I know everything better than you attitude, but I don't get the best um I don't know. I don't get the best vibes from him. So I have not personally tried Jimbo's stuff, but you know, I'm as a tester and a reviewer, I will keep my opinions unbiased and I will do the best if I come across any Jimbo stuff. If someone hands to send me some Jimbos, maybe him himself, I would be happy to try it unbiasedly, but right now I personally just don't support his products because just of what I just mentioned. So just to keep it from going too crazy. His polish is legit though. I don't know. Hello, Wisconsin Weekend Warrior. What's up, my friend? I want to be sponsored by KCX. I don't want to sell links. I just want free stuff. Juice, you know, when you get free stuff, okay, you're here. Let's say you're here, Juice. Look, we got free stuff here. Then what do you do with it? What if you only have one car? What are you going to do with 10 coatings? Are you going to coat a tenth of the car in each coating? It's kind of redundant. Like having all this free stuff is great. Yay. Like the best benefit of having free stuff is obviously you don't have to pay for it. You have to store it. You have to find a place for it. Um, the shelf life is limited, right? So let's say like 2 to 3 years if you kind of know what you're doing, you're kind of keeping track. And if you have 50 different all-purpose cleaners and you end up liking one or two, you're not going to do anything with the other 47 unless you're a person like me and you're testing and reviewing stuff. And those other 47, maybe you're like, oh, remember that one APC that I didn't like too well? Well, let's try it out against this other APC that's, you know, like there's really not much major benefits of getting free stuff other than the fact that maybe if it's a continuous shipment of free stuff, like let's say you're like Sydney or something and you work for PNS, which she doesn't anymore. But let's say you're like someone like Sydney and you just get bottles of free things because you work for the company and you have cars and you have clients and you don't have to pay money for your chemicals and you don't have to pay money for, you know, that's nice, right? It's like an income though. Okay? It's like you're working for a job. So just kind of see it like that. That's very PC of you, Dan. Jimbo, no one really talks about his products aside from him. At least that's what I've seen. I might be missing something. Rico says, feel the same, Dan. Not my cup of tea. I'm almost 40. Um, I'm not gonna go too deep into my life, but you know, I'm like a Libra, right? I'm very balanced. If you give me energy, I kind of reciprocate that same energy. If you're nice and kind and respectful and you give me the time of day, I tend to reciprocate it back. I tend to be a very generous person. As I mentioned before, I'm pretty fortunate, right? I'm fairly fortunate to be in the position that I'm in. I don't use it to brag or to say I'm better than you or I know more than you. I'm always willing to learn. I love learning new stuff. I love trying new things. I love experiencing new things. But if you're in the space or just a person in general and you're not coming off with positive vibes or positive criticism, right? You can criticize someone, but do it in a positive, constructive manner, right? Let's say for example, All Clean, right? All Clean performed not the best, right? Compared to Citrus and Multistar today. Now, is there a way for me to positively criticize constructively instead of just saying, "Oh, this stuff is shit. This is horrible. Don't buy it." Right? There's a way to convey your criticism, okay? And every day I try to do that, especially when I'm like for the brand because not everyone has that the patience to kind of like critique. When I criticize personally, I'm criticizing because I have a level of standard for that brand and I want that brand to do better as a performing brand, okay? Let's say it dries too fast or maybe it's not slick enough or maybe less staining when I used it just as I use every other product. I would like to give that feedback in a constructive manner so that these people will actually listen to what I say and potentially change their brand and make their stuff more better performing. And that in turn will get clients or customers to like their product more, right? Does that make sense? Blah blah blah. Where are we at? Yum Citrus is 12.50 for 500. Okay, so it's not like $20. So let's say $12. Let's say $12 for RTU citrus. I can't give you my opinion, but art or straight citrus performed magically. If that straight citrus, if we can dilute it 1 to 10, and we'll take multi-star from 1 to 3, we'll dilute it to 1 to 10, and let's see how they perform because that will help a lot, right? So from a $12 bottle, that will turn into a $1.2 bottle. That's a big upgrade, right? So let's see. That makes a big chance, right? If I can use let's say if I can use $1.20 to wash a whole car, I'm a lot more inclined and willing to use that product as opposed to me having to use like Vermage where he goes crazy and it's like $20 a bottle, okay? Because we're thinking about it. We're not washing a car once a month. This could be once a week. I can't spend 40 or $50 to wash one car every week, right? None of us want to do that. We want to find those products that have like the best price per efficiency performance ratio, right? That's pretty much what I think. There's like three separate categories. There's the price category, there's the performance category, and the efficiency. Okay, that's how I see it. Um, See, I bought Jimbo's products, but have not tried it out yet. Who knows? Well, Wisconsin, let me know if it's super good, and you convince me. Maybe you'll see some of those bottles in my cart. I had a few people ask what products I use. William said, Wisconsin, let us know how they perform. Testing all day. Good job, Weekend Warrior. Brand said, I only use Jimbo's cabin cleaner. Love the scent, and his polish has worked very well for me. Now, I don't know very much about this guy, so I'm not going to like go down the rabbit hole with him, but tough as shell, I'm aware of it. Tough as shell. I think I've seen some videos showing that it didn't do very well. I can't remember. I don't live down, I don't obsess over this guy. So I just kind of remember there was like some videos showing that tough as shell didn't do too well. And I honestly can't remember any of his other products. Blah, blah, blah. I got some videos coming out eventually on just how good that polish is. Oh, and the polish. I don't know anything. I think I might have heard things about his polish. I probably haven't. My brain might be adding memories that don't exist, but I definitely know tough as shell because it's clever. And instead of tough as hell, it's tough as shell. That's a clever one. I do think that was a clever name. I like it enough that I remember it. Right? That's good marketing. I would repurchase both any day. What are we talking? Are we talking about the polish and the cabin cleaner? Okay. I'd love a good interior cabin cleaner. If it foams well, it dilutes well, and of course, if it cleans, right? My three categories. Have you tried toughest shell? Oh, that's funny. You just said that. Um, Brant says he has not. He asked for this whole kit for Christmas as a gift, but nobody got it for me. Aw, sorry, Brant. I can't bring myself to buy anything else from him. I'm on my second bottle of the polish though. That's good. What's up, Zero? How are we doing, my friend? Juice said, "How much should you spend washing a car in chemicals?" That's Juice. That's a really good question. I think
I think like all of us, we watch a lot of videos on YouTube, right? Do you see a lot of people on YouTube talking about their total wash cost from pre-wash, contact, iron, clay, detail spray, ceramic sealant, tire shine, tire wash, etc.? I don't. I think Juice, you just listed a very good idea. And anyone else watching, you're totally welcome to take this idea, okay? Because more the merrier, okay? I don't get offended if someone takes an idea. I find it it's an honor, okay? To me it's an honor. But my idea is make a video or a couple of videos or set every time you do a video and you go over a product, and I'm talking to myself as well. Every time you go over a product, talk about how much this product costs per ounce, and then talk about how much it costs when it's diluted per ounce, and then in total talk about how much it would cost roughly to do the whole car with the core products from that brand, and give like a ballpark price of how much it would. Let's say this bottle of wheel and tire cleaner is $10. Just keep it simple. It's $10, and you used it on 4 tires, and that product you only used like maybe a quarter of the bottle, so it was like $2.50 for that tire cleaning from one use. That's $2.50. Let's say you had the pre-wash and you used 1 ounce of the pre-wash. If that bottle of pre-wash is $10 for 10 ounces and you used 1 ounce, that's $1. So it's $3.50 right there. You get what I'm saying, right? I think I think that is a cool idea for anyone to try, because then initially you could say, wow, I did a full wash for under $6 or $20, whatever. I think that's a cool idea. Um, what's my cap on spending car wash chemicals? I don't have a cap. In fact, I don't tend to look at prices often unless it's like considerably expensive. Mostly when it's RTU stuff. I I tend to lean towards the more professional side of stuff where it's extremely concentrated, and you're measuring precisely. Now, there's some certain incidences where it's like if it's like 1 to 1,000, 1 to 1,500, and you're not using very, like, let's say you're trying to fill a 500 milliliter bottle of detail spray, and you have this concentration of like 1 to 1,000, and it's asking you for like a milliliter or like a half a milliliter. That might not be very fun to pour, right? Unless you have like precision tools. So it can kind of go a little too extreme when it comes to dilutions. But for me personally, I'm fine with it because I got the tools for that. But not everyone will have a tool to measure out 1 milliliter, right? It might just be easier to just do 1 to 3, even though the company can make 1 to 1,000. It might be feasible for the consumer to break it down easier. Does that make sense? I noticed that a lot when I was working with the Griots product lines. They have a lot of stuff that's definitely aimed towards more of the enthusiast slash consumer, whether it's RTU or it's just very simple dilutions, right? Like 1 to 100, 120 experience. I understand kind of where they're going for because that's their brand. They're really not pushing towards like, is it loading here? Did I load that here? Let me restart this. All right, so I just restarted it. I just restarted. I don't know where it died on me. I hope you guys can still see. I don't know if it died or how long it died because I have the computer here. They don't do that because it would be like $40, and they don't want the consumer to realize that. Well, Juice, I'm a consumer, I'm an enthusiast, and I would love to give my audience a raw understanding, okay? I want to show you the gloss in the sense of measurements. I want to show you everything. I want to show you pouring. I just want to be pretty much show you the experience as much as possible, all right? I can't give you the fragrance. I have to explain that. I can't let you feel the paint, other than touching and smelling. I'll let you see, I'll let you hear, and I'll even let you taste my paints if you want. Taste my paint. Let's see, William. Juice. I recommend weighing products before and after use. Split the price up based on the size of the products. I can send you a copy of this. Get in touch with me. Okay, William, that's very helpful. Stefan said multi-star $65 for 5 liter is basically a little over 1 penny in cents per milliliter versus Yum Citrus 5 liters, which is $69. So similar price for 5 liters, 65 and 69. And it's also about 1.38 per milliliter. SP sums cost was 3 times. What is SP? What is SP, Stefan? Was 3 times as high straight. Jew says, William, that's a great idea. I've been divided the bottle price by how many cars I get out of a bottle. So my number isn't exactly, but pretty close. Yeah, and of course, right? We got cars that are mildly dirty, and you got cars like that BMW, right? So it really varies. I didn't really spend a lot of time looking at the wheels, but the wheels are actually they're actually really not that bad. I mean, the car has been sitting there for 2 years, so they're neglected, but they're actually doing pretty well. I think it's because there's not very much brake dust on these cars on the wheels, so I think that's helping out. Juice, right? I've done that, and I've compared to others in the area. Then that would be popular video. Yeah, definitely. I think it's not even making a popular video, Juice. I think in general, if you again, I'm talking to myself and anyone listening. I think in general, if I just grab a product and say, oh, incredible suds. This is X amount of dollars at X amount at 16 ounces, right? And then I'd say, but it recommends 1 to 1,000. So if I need 1 to 1,000 in the wash bucket, that does very good, right? That's like a half an ounce for 4 gallons of water, give or take, something like that. So to me, that's very cost effective, right? Half an ounce for 4 gallons, just like the Fireball, right? So, and again, now I'm not gonna go down this right now, but I can't remember how much this 16-ounce bottles of Incredible Suds is. We did the Fireball. That was twice the size of this bottle, and it was like $17 for 32 ounces. So I don't know how much is this. Is this half the price of the Fireball? I don't know. And again, does it matter? Anyways. It can. I think it's a good idea to kind of I think that'd be a good idea. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave all this stuff here. And I'm so this in theory, when I'm done using the X foamer, because we're not gonna pressure wash, we're gonna use the X foamer. That in theory, I'm gonna pour the wheel foam or the super foam or whatever foaming we're gonna do. Incredible suds. We're just gonna pour that in the bucket. And that water there, we're gonna rinse, we're gonna rinse with the we're gonna rinse the X foamer out. And just kind of I'm just half kind of carrying this out here. What's the temperature today? It's warming up. It says 70, but it really feels like 75. It says 70, but it's really like 75. So we got some chenilles we will use. And just for the occasion, we got our own brushes. So later on, once we are done completely pre-washing and we do the acid and the iron, we're gonna start scrubbing at the little seals and all the corners. So we got brushes just for this car. I think that'll be pretty cool. And that's pretty much all she wrote, boys and girls. You guys have any last questions? And maybe you'll come back in like 4 or 5 hours. It's just about 1 o'clock. My baby should be getting up now. So I'm going to have to wrap it up here, make a quick lunch for him. Let's see, last 2 minutes here, and I'm going to close it out, and then we'll get ready for this afternoon, which is what I just mentioned. I'm not going to talk again. I need to save my voice. Zero says, but I would like to see those stats added in to the current video series. I think if you compare Superior at the dilution you need to get results, would get so much hate. Well, now that you think about it, Zero, I'm going to go to O'Reilly's maybe today, and I'm going to go buy a gallon of Dark Fury, and I'm going to mix that 4-to-1 because I have a lot of people in my DMs telling me to try Dark Fury. Full disclosure, I've never tried the Superior ever. I have nothing against Superior other than their labels look a little cheap. But I hear a lot of good things about Pink Perfection and Dark Fury and Cherry Foam or whatever they have. Those are like the three that I know, or at least I'm aware of, right? So let's try Dark Fury 1 to 4. Make sure it doesn't dry. That's what I've been hearing. Don't make sure it doesn't dry. What's up, Chelsea? So let's come back. Maybe again, don't put me on a hard time. I'm gonna put the baby to bed tonight. Let's shoot for between 6 to 7 p.m. PST. And we're gonna go over like the side door with built amber and citrus this time at 10 to 1, multi-star 10 to 1. All clean was not very good, so I don't think I'm gonna do all clean again. Maybe we'll try Thor's, right? BDE straight, blah blah blah. Okay, so come back in a couple hours. It's already 1, so let's say like 5 or 6 hours from now, once the days kind of winded out. Let's see here. Fresh pack of IG brushes. Are you talking about? Are you mean like detail image? Is that what you mean? What is IG? I don't know what IG stands for. Oh, Instagram brushes. Is that what you mean? Jew says, William, that's very high. Oh, William says Jews probably average $20 to $30 per wash. Is that what you're trying to say? That's expensive. That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. Even like a detail spray, I could go crazy like with bead maker, spray the whole car, and I'm using like 20 cents. Yeah, and then and William, let's start breaking this down. What I'm gonna start doing is when I start doing my lives, or hopefully when I have a little bit more time, I'm gonna do more videos. I will edit in the prices. I will try to go on the website and look at the current today's prices, right? Yesterday's prices are not today's prices. I might mention that I bought active foam for like $47 last year, and I might mention that it's like 80 something dollars this year. I might do that because that is kind of a factor in my mind. It might be for you. But, anyways, we'll kind of like dial it in so then you can kind of get the cost per ounce, then the cost per use of a car. If it costs me a dollar for an ounce, but I'm only using like a half an ounce, blah, blah, blah. Thanks, Dan. I'll go back and watch cleaning. I missed it. Hey, Chelsea. Dark Fury does rock. Jew says you have to order it at O'Reilly's. You can't just pick it up. Oh, shoot. Well, I'm going to order it at O'Reilly's and I will pick it up. Okay. So don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and I will give like 10 more seconds if you guys have any last questions. And I will see you guys in a couple hours. Okay. I need some more coffee and I need some more non-herbal stuff to relax myself. Superior also has Road Warrior. I've heard of Road Warrior. Dirt Buster, Formula 4, Zap It, Heavy Enzyme Cleaner, Coverall, and lots of others. Yeah, again, I just haven't tried Superior. I know it slaps. I see a lot of detailers like Serrano. I think Chelsea used to use Pink Perfection a lot. Um, who else? Jamie the Cleaner. I think it's not Jamie the Cleaner. I think it's called like Jamie's Cleaning or something. I don't know his name. The other guy, not our Jamie, not the Jamie we all know, but the other Jamie. He's basically does nothing but Superior. He definitely loves his Superior products. And yeah, Chelsea says O'Reilly's usually has available gallons. Okay, well I will go to O'Reilly's. I will see what they have. If they don't, I'll talk to the guy at the desk and see what I can do. If it's taking a couple days, then maybe we'll try it in a few days. Jamie's Detailing. That's it. Thank you, Chelsea. Appreciate it. Yes. So be sure to watch and check out Jamie's Detailing. He just upgraded his van. He's got a really cool Astro van now. All that fun stuff. And I'm gonna save my voice. Yes, his voice is a little nasally. It's like a little high. I think my voice is a little nasally, so I'm not gonna make fun of his voice at all. But yes, I think he pronounces things very like it gets to me too a little bit. But I think he's a really great guy. He's super nice and he loves his Superior products. That's what I was trying to say. All right, guys. So let me wrap this up. Get a little lunch, take care of the baby, and I'll see you when I put him to sleep. And you guys enjoy the day, and I will catch you guys later. Right? Bye. Bye bye.